Hi there, my name is Lori Voss Furukawa, founder of Create, Play, Grow Out of the Box Living, coming to you here from my creative kitchen in Germany. So today I want to make a recipe for a breakfast spread. So good foods to eat during breakfast time or in the morning is something that is mineral rich, which root vegetables are particularly rich in minerals. So on that note, I have some, in German it's called Pastinaken, and I believe in English this is parsnip. It's a long root vegetable that is looking like a carrot, but is this white color. So I've already peeled it and steamed it, and I have here, I guess it's about half a cup to 3/4 of a cup maybe. Anyway, it's just what I have, and what I'm giving you here is just the notion of the different things that we can put together and just to try to experiment with different good foods in our kitchen. Another good thing to eat earlier on in the day is nuts. So I have here also a similar amount of same ratio is walnuts, and these walnuts have been soaked and dried and they're ready for eating. And now I actually just re-soaked them for about 30 minutes before before preparing this, because I want them to be a little bit softer and easier to digest. If you're unfamiliar with the process of how to prepare nuts, seeds, legumes, grains properly for our digestion, I have a couple videos that I've already posted on YouTube. One is called Healthy Foundations. You can take a look at that and get a good understanding of how to prepare for yourself. And also another one is the food and your mood and the connection. And that one also I talk about how to prepare and also about sprouting a little bit. So I just have the parsnip in here and the walnuts. Now just with that, I feel like it's going to be a little bit too dry. I have a little bit of a nut milk that I had made from yesterday, so I'm just going to add a little bit to provide a little bit more moisture in there. I'm going to see if I can mix that up and see what happens. It might also be nice, now I realize, with a little bit of oil, and I'm going to get a little bit of olive oil. I don't want to go too much, so I'm going to get a spoon for that one. A good rule of thumb when you're doing stuff in the kitchen, especially when you're not following a specific recipe, is start with less, and you can always add more. So I have here a tablespoon of olive oil. If you add too much, it's hard to take it out or to find a balance after. So always start with less, and you can tinker around a bit with adding a bit more. So I'm going to see how that goes and blend this up for us here. Even though everything was moist, it's a little bit harder. Probably be a bit better in my bigger blender, but I don't have such a quantity here that is suitable for my blender. So we just have to bear with me for a minute. And it will get there, just takes a minute. We're getting already a better texture and everything is coming together. My idea with this is kind of like almost like a cheese spread. Of course, it's vegan, so it's not real cheese. It's just the name. So I think it looks too thick for me. I want it to be a little bit smoother, and in order to get that, I'm going to add another maybe half a tablespoon. Yes, half a tablespoon of olive oil. Don't want to go over. And I'm going to put a little bit more of this nut milk as well. Okay. Slurpy. Now, let's see. I haven't added actually any flavoring or spices in there. So let's just take this out and see what we've got. Our texture is pretty nice. It looks like a nice spread, not too runny. And I had as a backup, adding always some flaxseed can help to thicken it if you do add or you have too much moisture in these kinds of things. Flaxseed is always a nice backup to add. Ground flaxseed is good. So let's have a taste there. See what that's like. Okay, very simple, very plain, and I would like it a little bit smoother. So I'm going to add a little bit more milk again. It's nice. We got a good base. That's the idea. I want to add, I have a little bit here of a black Himalayan salt. So the smell is like boiled eggs or sulfuric smell. You don't need so much of that, but it gives a nice taste, and it can even create the umami flavor if you're familiar with this flavor as well. I'm going to add also a little bit of nutritional yeast that is easily available in most places, and it gives a kind of cheesy flavor. It kind of smells even like that. You can sprinkle that on a lot of things. Just be careful. We don't want to use it on everything for flavoring because it's a yeast, and we don't want to overdo it on those kinds of things. And so I had salt, I added the nutritional yeast, and I think I'm going to add a little bit of paprika. I feel like I want a little bit more of a spice in there. So it's really just, and you see, I don't measure much because I'm just going with the flow. And when you get more and more familiar with making experiments, and I'm going to put that other extra half a tablespoon. So total, we got about 2 tablespoons of olive oil in here. Okay, let's give that a whirl and see what happens. This salt really has a funny smell. Like I said, it's really a sulfur smell, but it's also the smell of potential flatulence. Then sometimes I forget and I think, what happened? Where did this smell come from? It's just the salt. And so that sulfur smell tells us that it has a large mineral content in there, which is also amazing for us. Generally, it's very easy to have actually mineral deficiencies nowadays because of the lack of minerals that are in our soil because of the degradation that we've done over the years using heavy chemicals. So it's important that we focus on making sure we get enough minerals in our diet. This is really key. And like I said already, root vegetables are a really good source of minerals, and whole grains as well, and all nuts and seeds. So let's have a taste of that one now. Much better, but I still feel like something's missing. I want to make it a little bit more salt, just a little bit. I'm not putting much in, it's just a sprinkle. So, and you can always add salt once you've created your dish in general or created your food. You can sprinkle salt onto your plate. That's also a really good way. Then you can't really make something too salty, for example, for your children or for other people that you're dining with. And I'm going to add some dried oregano. I just feel like I need some more flavor in there. I'm going to add a little bit more of the nutritional yeast because I don't feel like there was enough. And now that I've added these dry ingredients, I'm going to put a little bit more of my nut milk. Yeah, I don't want to be over. It's just a fine line. So let's do that one more time. Blend it up a bit. Let's see where we're at. Spitting around here. Gotta be careful with that. Okay, we got a nice color. Texture looks nice. Yes, of course, like I said, if you have a blender, feel free to use it in there, or a food processor would also work. All of these different things are useful. Just depends on the quantity and what's the actual texture you want. If you have a real good high-speed blender, you can get it real nice and smooth, and it will be just like a nice, super soft cream cheese without the actual cream or animal or dairy product. So let's see here. Oh yeah, that's good. That's really good. So I'm going to use this spread and I'm going to have it with my breakfast. I have made some homemade sourdough. I'm not going to use all of this spread. I think it will be too much for me. I have some homemade sourdough that I have already prepared and warmed up. I re-steamed it so it's nice and warm. Some fresh sprouts and a little bit of a red radish as well. And I'm going to use this beautiful nutrient mineral rich spread with this breakfast. And I will probably sprinkle a little bit more of black Himalayan salt on the top, and it's going to be a beautifully holistic breakfast. So I hope this video finds you well. I wish that you can be inspired to learn more with me, to see more information that I have to share, and to be more creative in your kitchen to find healthy recipes that serve you and your family. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up on the bottom. You can subscribe to my YouTube page, and you can find me also on Facebook, Create, Play, Grow, Out of the Box Living. Create, Play, Grow, Out of the Box Living. I would be happy to hear from you if you have any questions concerned. I also have an upcoming program called 40 Days, the Summer Fit program. The program will be starting just after the summer solstice, but it's going to be an ongoing program, so you can really opt in at any time. And it's a great program that's going to combine, or that does combine, yoga, nutrition, and meditation. I will be providing you videos and tips and guidance and support for all three of those. We will have weekly meditation classes, and all the videos and all the information is for you to keep, and I will be there as well to support you. The information is for you to use when you're in the comfort zone of your own home. It's fine for beginners. If you have no idea and you've never practiced yoga before, that's okay. I have it set up so it will be okay at all the different levels. The program itself runs for 40 days, 6 weeks. It's a great program to help you create healthy habits that can really shape your life. So on that note, please send me an email if you have any questions at createplaygrowtoday, 4 words, createplaygrowtoday@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you. Take care. Wish you all the best. Happy and healthy cooking. Thank you. Bye for now.